Okay. Good evening. This is February 22nd. It's Town of Waterboro Budget Committee meeting. Tonight we're going to meet with the Transfer Station Manager, Josh Andrews, and the Interim DPW, Jason Chapman, and Recreation Director, Todd, and Interim Town Administrator, Matt Burrows. Who are we going to start with? Todd. We're going to start with Todd.
Hi.
Good. How are you, Todd?
Good. I know you guys got the revised sheets, so did you want to go with specific questions, or how would you like to do it?
I have a question for you, Todd.
Sure.
Under your Funergy and your day camp, your teen camp, you said you have 3 senior staff members, and they stay with those kids how many hours a week?
About 26.
26 hours a week? Okay. Now, on the Funergy and the day...
The reason, sorry about that, but the teen camp, we go on trips every day, so that's why you need senior staff to keep an eye on 46 teens.
Yeah.
Going to the places.
Okay. So under the Funergy and that, what is your staff? You have a program payroll of $65,000 a year. Do you have? Is it all full-time staff, part-time staff?
It's part-time.
Part-time. Okay.
Part-time. Made up of a bunch of different people on different shifts.
Okay, because that usually runs what, 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon, roughly?
That's correct. Unless on snow days, half days. This happens to be a vacation week. We're open 60 hours.
Okay.
Things like that.
Have you looked into any grants or anything to run some of your programs?
We looked at a few. We've never been awarded anything. We were awarded a grant, not for Funergy, but that's how we started our lacrosse program.
Okay.
We got a $20,000 grant.
Okay.
But, if we see something that, looks like we might have a chance at it, absolutely. We tried for a grant to get some stuff in the park last year, and that didn't, they didn't pick us either. But.
Okay. So are you looking to replace some of the play stuff outside at Friendship?
Yes, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the grant was to put a board up like the fire station just got, where you can put messages and things.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried for something like that. But, before COVID started, an idea was to maybe replace some of the stuff in the park. It is very expensive. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think that during COVID it's a good idea to start asking for stuff for parks, new stuff right away.
Okay.
Do you have a grant writer?
I do.
Do we have one for the town?
What's his name from Southern Maine? The people we contract with.
Southern Maine Planning and Development?
Thank you. Don't they have grant writers for us?
Maybe.
Well, we could pay them by the hour to
Because
prepare a grant.
I know that they have one for the EDC.
Right.
When the EDC requested a grant.
I think it is it Chuck that's helped us before?
Chuck, that's
Chuck
it.
Morgan.
Yeah,
Chuck Morgan,
Chuck
right.
Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of what, when we agreed to sign the contract for EDC support, that was part of what came with his package, right? So, and that, I believe, remains the MOU signed.
I think they're willing to help us. I'm not sure that he's being spread amongst.
But the problem in the dilemma with Southern Maine is that they can't get people either. So, the last, when we talked about resurrecting the TIF
Yes.
zone, they haven't got time, right? So Chuck has pushed it off to, what's her name, Alyssa?
Alyssa Tibbetson will help us.
Right.
Yep.
But, and it's like, well, it's gotta be in by March 1st, we don't have time to do that now, so we'll engage with them, but the problem is, and I talked to Lee J the other night, who works with the planning board and kinda fills in as the planner. They're strapped for people, and they get more requests now because everybody's asking the same questions, right? So,
Right.
can you help us? So,
Yeah, some communities have a person on staff, but,
Right.
and there's other programs you can actually, but if you call out to get them, you can subscribe to the services, similar to the Southern Maine Plan, but
Right.
it's a fee per year, or you get so many grants to help you with it, but.
Todd, where's your advertising budget? I know you got it in the master piece here.
What line is it?
It's
Well,
under,
you don't have it on this sheet, or at least I'm missing it on this sheet.
It's not on that sheet. It changes, it varies by what events we're doing during the year. We still use the reporter.
242.
242 is the line.
Right.
Is the line, right. No, I think he was asking if it was on the green sheet.
Isn't the green sheet your revenue, more or less?
It was a breakdown of some of the things that I was asked for. And I think I explained last time that some of it was used for radio, for the summer concerts and for the blues festival. I think we did 4 full-page ads in the reporter. There's just not a whole lot around here to choose from.
Yeah, it's getting, it's a challenge, right?
Yes, sir.
Here we have one paper.
Can your programs support themselves without coming to the taxpayers for money?
I think it can come pretty close. I think maybe, and I know you look at Buxton, and I think if my salary, I'd like to see how close we could get. I think we could come pretty close, and I think that's the way to go. Maybe just paying, maybe from taxes, my salary, and maybe Justine's, and the rest comes from the programs. I've, added it up before, and a couple of years ago before COVID, I believe I was just my salary away from the break-even point.
Oh, okay.
So, I've spoken to other rec directors about that, and Buxton, they ran into problems doing that. They wanted everything to come from total from programs. They cut out the director's money, and that's why Nicole left. She claims they undid 4 to 5 years that she put into it, and they lost a real good person in Nicole because of that, because they were trying that. Nicole is actually going to be the president of Maine Rec now, and she went to Lewiston. So she says they're just not seeing the good of the rec department over there. I talked to her a couple of days ago.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, and the numbers wise, us with Buxton, it's about the same amount of people. Our child care takes in more money. Summer camp, almost double the amount of money. And they get to use the school and teachers. It's just right there for them. So, us compared to Buxton, we do all our trips with them. All the senior trips is with Buxton. So, you know, we talk a lot, and, you know, we're neck and neck with them doing things. And,
So where are you holding your summer camps this year, over at Waterboro? Or are they going to allow you to use the schools or not?
Yes,
They
yes. I've been able to use the school every year except 1 year of COVID. We have a real good relationship with the school department now. Matter of fact, they called me, and the first time ever, they told me to pick a school. So I took
That was a good thing.
I took the middle school because of the air conditioning, you know, just in case. But, yeah, yeah, things are going really well with the schools now.
Do they charge you a fee to use those schools?
No.
No.
Unless I, let's just take basketball, and I said I'd like to go, instead of 5 o'clock on a Saturday, I'd like to go till 11 o'clock. I might have to pay a few hours for the janitor.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, they've been,
Okay, good.
Anything else?
I'm good, I appreciate this. This is really helpful. It really paints a pretty good picture. I mean, like you said, it's very close to self-supporting. Given our interim status of a town manager, obviously, maybe that falls on his plate to do the grant searching, but it seems we're close enough that there's got to be money out there.
yeah, I mean, it's hard with the rec because I'm taking in, camp is opened up now. And I'm going to be taking in, let's say, $100,000 between now and June. Well, that all gets deposited, and then July 1st comes, and I'm in a new year, but all the money from camp has already gone into the, you know, so, and I'm spending money now, you know, I'm reserving trips for the teens. I put deposits down, and that's in this budget, but it's actually going towards next budget. So if I did it on my own and I was able to, you know, use the funds I get, I'll know when they're coming and what's going on, and I think we'd have a lot better idea about it. Maybe it's something we can talk about in the future. Absolutely. I'm not scared of it. I'm pretty sure we can do it.
Thank you.
All set?
Yep.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you. You too.
All right, so the only section we spoke about going back over was 384, building repairs. So when we met last time, we had 30,000 for the repairs on the MSW overflow building. Thank you. And I wanted to come back to you with a few more things. So I'm looking for new pressure-treated decking and hardware for the office handicap ramp and the porch. That's just to repair what we have now. Frost King 9-foot by 3-inch vinyl top and side seals for the Quonset hut garage door. The ones that we have on there now are broken and there's a large amount of air coming through. Let's see, I need two 24-inch exhaust fans for the MSW and e-waste buildings. Those are a requirement by the state to have. The two that we have now are not working up to what they should be. Sometimes they're working, sometimes they're not. And some new fencing hardware for the transfer station perimeter fencing. Every winter when we push snow and the snow plows get up on it, they start to bow it out, and then you start losing clips, and then half the fence is not standing. We just got to keep up on that. So I am asking for $10,000 for that. I got a quote for $7,000 to do the work on the porch and the handicap ramp, and I have prices for all the other hardware that I need for the other three things. And so it would be $7,000 for the handicap ramp and $2,000 for the other stuff there. And that's about it.
So is this over and above what you're asking for from the capital?
Yeah, so originally, we only put in the 30,000 for the repairs on the building itself. So if that was approved, that's all I had was the money to do the work on that one building. So I just wanted to get some other things in line, you know, just to...
So are you saying that in that column, 40 should be 49?
What was that?
The 40 should be 49?
No. So originally it was 30.
Yeah.
He added
And then we added the 10 to it for the additional stuff, so it brings it up to 40,000.
Gotcha. Good.
So, you know.
I know exactly
You
where
now
he's
have me
going.
real confused. We took 30,000, put it into the capital funds. That was to transfer station, new MSW overflow building.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Stay here,
that, it didn't get moved out of here.
So, you're asking for 10 more.
I'm only asking for 10,
Okay.
not 40 more.
Oh, I did put it down there.
Okay.
So it
Okay,
should
I'm
only be
sorry.
19,000?
But that's for the new building.
So it's 10,000
Oh, okay, I'm
draft.
sorry.
10,000, not 40.
10,000,
This says
not 40.
repairs and painting, 30,000, so I thought it was
So is that
something else.
Okay, so
Including
So
it got moved with the
So
number
it's
in the
going up
column.
by $2,000 instead of,
So that number should be 10 grand, correct?
10 grand.
So we're taking out the 30,000 from there?
Yeah, the 30's
I'm-
going
I am
in
proud.
capital.
I
That's
thought
what we
you,
were talking about before the meeting started over here.
okay,
Which is in line 510.
It's already there, yeah.
It got moved, okay.
okay, sorry. I thought you had additional
No.
painting and structural, okay, I'm sorry.
My fault, I should have double checked with you.
So the new ramp and that goes under the 30,000?
So it's not gonna be 30, it's gonna be, that 30,000 must be from, left over from what we moved. I think it just didn't get
The
changed.
30,000 was just left in notes if I'm reading it.
Right.
Yeah,
The
okay.
money
so
was
that's- yeah.
actually moved.
Yeah, the money's,
No, there's 40,000 in line 384, it should only
So
be
it has
10,000.
moved, yeah.
But the 30,000 has been moved to the...
Yep, it's on
to the
line
CIP.
510
Right.
now,
okay. So it's only 10,000. In that line, there's only gonna be 10,000.
right.
nice try.
Kept asking if you needed more money.
That was that new skid steer we wanted.
Oh yeah, we should have kept that in there.
That was it, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah,
So
it was just
under-
that one.
So
one
where's
line.
the capital?
Under now line 503,
Page
which is equipment for the transfer station, is the compactor, right?
Yep. Did you wanna talk about that now?
No.
So I did, Dennis, I did put a number in there, or we put 40K in line 503.
Yeah,
But do we know if that's the total install price?
I met with them today, yeah, and he's gonna write us up a full quote for the full install, and he said it was gonna be, he was gonna keep it. The 40,000 I came to you with before was for a full install, but the quote that he gave me wasn't, you know, it didn't list the full install.
just showed the piece.
Yeah,
of
it just showed
Piece of
the
equipment.
equipment. So he said by Friday, he'll have something in my inbox for the quote for the full install. And it's gonna
Just
be,
make sure it's not over 40.
no.
Will it be?
We don't want to be adding any more here.
The real question is that, I guess we would capital, it would all be capital, right? Even the install would be capital. And he has agreed to take
53,
53 down,
Yeah.
hold it,
5350 down.
right.
And they will hold it for us to make a decision. If we do not end up purchasing the compactor after the time is run out, they will give us half of the down payment back.
So, and he's gonna put that into a
Yes, it'll
sales
be,
agreement.
yep, it'll be in the sales agreement.
And that's the one that already fits our cans?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, that's the one.
So, yeah, so it'll cost us, what, 5,300 or something, I mean, yeah, 5,300, wasn't it the number?
5350.
5,350 to hold it
Yeah.
if we fail to fund at town, at the.
Town meeting,
at
they'll give us half of that
referendum,
back.
then we only get half of it back.
And he's doing a contract up or?
Yep, yeah, it's gonna be a sales
The
agreement.
real issue is that if they fail to fund, we're in deeper wrap than that.
Yeah, just to leave to your worries.
So the 40K in line 503 is good.
Yep.
Thanks. Anything else with Josh?
Our compactor can't be rebuilt, right?
It's been rebuilt before.
Yeah.
Today, when they were there, we, inside it, we were all around it. And Todd had said, I don't know how it's, even operational. I mean, it's pretty much, the thing is just, and I actually took Dwayne down and showed him, it's starting to fall right into the ground.
Yeah.
We got blowback on the piston. I tried trading them, when we take it apart, I said, do you guys want the piston? Do you want this? Do you want that? And they said, no, scrap it. It's no good. So,
That was put in used in '83 by Rick Stevens, so.
And it was used then.
yeah, it was a refurbished machine then. So we've got our money's worth out of it. I mean, we looked
Well,
at.
we bought it from him,
Yep.
or from his widow. I mean, what was her name, Rose? I can't
I
remember.
can picture it just plain as day, but I can't put it in the store.
But we bought it after he passed away.
Okay.
When Stoney, when Stoney no longer worked at the transfer station, is when we bought it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said that people don't pay to drop off oil, right? Is there a reason for that?
That was decided by the board when we had that.
Antifreeze and or oil, if we charge for it, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah, people are gonna dump it.
So it's one of those ugly sins that I think you have to take a hit for, to say, we'll take it for free, so it doesn't end up
Bennett Brook.
in some gravel pit or something.
And we still find it, we still find stuff down, people pull down the road and just huck it quite often.
For contractors like me, or not just trash guys, but regular contractors, they come in, they dump, like not household trash, regular
Demolition.
demolition
Yep.
and stuff. Do they get charged extra because they're contractors?
They have to have a hauler's permit, the same as you. Yeah, I required them to get a permit.
I think that maybe we should pay more if we're dumping than, say, the ordinary citizens.
Right.
Okay,
It's
so,
just gonna be passed on to the ordinary citizen, though.
Yeah, they're gonna tack it on
One way or
to
the
whatever
other,
they're charging
It's
the
coming out of the regular
tax.
household.
right,
If
but
we
it's
ta-
not.
If we take shingles, right?
Yeah,
I mean, our interest is, we need to pay for the cost of disposing of the shingles, right? So they all go into what, commercial paving or?
Yeah,
whatever that
CTRC,
place is called, right? Whatever they charge us for a ton is what, and the transportation is what we're charging today, right? So the real issue that we've discussed a couple times with the board and Josh is, let's make sure that we're not here for just any contractor to dispose of stuff.
Right.
If shingles came off my home in Waterboro, then we'll take those shingles, but, so they have to prove that
yes,
those shingles are coming from some house in Waterboro,
Right.
right? Not some house in Hollis, or some
Right.
house in Leamington, right?
Sanford or Springfield.
Or Sanford or Springfield,
We've
so,
had that before too.
yeah,
so ultimately, they'll be refused
right,
to dispose of it, right? And those guys all know, I mean, they played the game, right? You know, they know what they're gonna pay to get rid of it over at Simpson's.
Yeah.
You know, or if they're in the Portland area, they know what, commercial is getting, or.
I think half the stuff that comes in the spring comes from people with seasonal residents.
Yes.
And if they're coming out of Connecticut and it costs them $50 to get rid of a refrigerator and it costs them $15 here, they're throwing it in the back of the truck and they're bringing it with them.
Right.
I mean, we have no way to stop it, but, I mean, I know a lot of that stuff happens.
When somebody rolls in with a construction trailer and it's full of mattresses, you know that they didn't come out of his house, right?
Right.
And especially if he's seasonal.
I mean, I'm gonna start charging, somebody brings in like a twin mattress, a queen, a king, a full. I charge different prices.
Right.
But when I load them, so when we send it to Eco Maine, we run over the scale, they weigh us up, pay us a tipping fee, on tonnage. And then when you dump that out, there's a guy standing there with a clipboard counting all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, depending on who's the one scaling that day, you may get charged for 10 king-size mattresses at $20 a piece. So I'm just gonna come up with a price and just say, all mattresses are the same, because we can't keep losing. It's the little ways that we lose money, that at the end of the year, because we do so much in volume, it adds up.
Okay.
I mean, just putting those new gates on, for instance, in front of all the bins, and keeping those closed 24/7. As far as like shingles and stuff goes, our tonnages have dropped drastically because people aren't gonna stand there and hand unload shingles over a gate. They're gonna go somewhere else and pay the extra $200 per load to do it, so.
Yeah.
We're making progress, but we just gotta keep, because the prices are going out, they're outrageous. And I'd like to keep them on the person using the facility. I don't wanna be charging less at the office, and then have to come to the taxpayers more and more every year because the 90-year-old lady up the road who maybe brings in one bag of trash a week, I don't feel that they should be paying for
Right.
everybody else's stuff.
Yep.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's way easier for me to take my stuff to Troyano and I don't have to throw it over a gate.
Right.
I just push it out of the back of my van and that's it. It's a pain in the ass I have to throw the stuff in the back of my van and then you have to pull it out and try to throw it over the gate.
Well, a lot of the gate thing, that's Maine Municipal.
Yeah.
That was for the insurance. They said we had to keep them closed at all times.
Okay.
And we have to have 2 people there working at all times. Like Monday or Tuesday, if there's not, technically, if there's not 2 people there,
Right.
one guy can't be working. It's a insurance thing.
Did you talk to the insurance about contractors like me who have insurance? If we sign a waiver, would we be able to open that gate?
So I have not. This goes back, Gary was still here.
Right.
Yeah, and I had mentioned it to Gary, but he didn't seem very interested.
Well, they're a risk assessment.
Yeah, it'll probably.
Right, they come down from MMA.
Right.
You can certainly ask that question.
'Cause my insurance covers everything for me.
And I have,
Well, this is a matter of if they have a haulers permit, you
Yes.
get a copy of their paperwork beforehand.
waive it.
Yeah.
So that you see that.
And you guys have a copy of my insurance.
Yeah, I
so-
brought that up when we were going through this whole deal. I think that we might have talked to the risk assessment guy about it, and he said that would be more of a lawyer thing.
Okay.
That'd be a pain in the ass for him, which one's got insurance, which one ain't. And
Yeah.
when you get busy, it ain't worth.
Well, part of the
Well, I have-
requirement could be that
Yeah.
you can't, if you're a commercial hauler, you don't get a permit unless you have insurance.
Yeah, I
Unless
have
you
to
have
have a
insurance.
copy
Yep.
of all their
Yeah.
proof of liability insurance before I give them. I keep a binder.
Yeah,
If he's down
that
back-
seems fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's just covering your butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I certainly don't want it to be mine, so.
Alrighty. Anything else for him?
I'm good.
No?
I'm good.
Thank you, guys. Good.
Thanks.
Thanks, Josh.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you for getting me out of a bind the other day.
Yeah.
Or helping get me out of a bind. That dog park was something else.
Yeah. So this is all new to me, so we'll have to work through this. But do you guys have any questions for the salaries or overtime or retirement stuff?
I do. We funded number 3 last year, and we didn't hire anybody. So
Number 3 is posted.
it is posted?
Yep.
Okay.
We've interviewed. We had 1 interview last week, and we have
2 or 3 tomorrow.
2, maybe 3 tomorrow.
Okay. All with their CDLs?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a requirement of posting too.
Okay, good. And as far as the full-time one, have you had interviews or not yet?
As far as what?
The full-time director?
No, applications closed for that at the end of the month.
28.
Is it too late to put your application in for the driver?
No,
No?
no, it's posted until the 28th, but
Okay.
where it's open until filled.
Where do they go to fill out an application?
Town hall.
Town hall?
There's an app online too.
They
Okay.
could just send in a resume cover letter and the app's online that they can get, print out. And then if they don't have it printed, they can come here and I can print it for them.
So to Diane's question, we're only 50% paid out in salaries because we didn't hire the person, right? So ultimately, that runs back into general fund at the end of the year.
Okay.
And that was, what, last week?
Also on that section. We'll go down to 15, the employees' cost. Travel, we have that at 1,000. In case one of the 1-tons or the pickup truck breaks down or something, we have to use one of our personal vehicles, we have something in there for that. We have some money in for training. We haven't done some trainings that we need to get caught up on, so.
What kind of trainings are those?
Lockout, tagout trainings, confined space. I don't know if we have to do that,
They have a list of them.
They have quite a good, yeah.
Okay.
There's a list of them.
Do they get fined if they don't complete
There's a
them
bunch
within
of
a
them
year?
through DEP and.
Yep.
and,
Yeah, there is some blue flags.
There is.
Army Corps of
So if the
Engineers
town has
that
to pay
they
the
need
fines?
for
Have we?
quick line work. And when I say quick line work, if they've got a certification on putting culverts in, septic systems, anything like that, you gotta have a certification now. And if they was trained, they've got it. Not that they always need it, but it's there. But the confined space is anything that is a culvert or anything like that, you can't crawl into them, you can't get down in a hole in a confined space. There's putting in a catch basin, they can't get down in it, which you've got to hook the pipes up and whatnot, but without having that certification, you can't climb down. Can't be in a ditch box either without the confined space certification.
So I got 500 for testing. That's for the CDL drivers in our pool, random pools. It's about $60 if our name gets drawn. You don't know how many times in a year you'll be drawn. It's all random. So.
Is that for drug testing and stuff like that?
Yep, again, I'll call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man might be called 3 times in 1 year and not the next 6 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, when you're gonna be called to fly. It might be just a drug test, it might be an alcohol test. Either one of them can come out of that drug test.
So 5201 under supplies, we got 25,000 for new equipment.
What are we buying? Anything in particular, or just all sorts of stuff?
Like a equipment trailer to haul either a skid steer or possibly a sidewalk machine. Something needs to be rated for 10,000 pounds or more. We do need a backpack blower for
Yep.
cleaning out, some of the road surfaces. Some culverts can be blown out with a backpack, if it's just leaves. And another thing, I don't know if it really would be under new equipment, but I was thinking some pallet racks that we can put inside our cold storage to get our sanders out from being in the weather and, having all the mice go through them and having to rip everything apart every fall to get them back up to snuff.
And didn't you say also that was a lot of the miscellaneous small hand tools and
Yep,
the stuff that they use all the time?
yep, shovels and all that stuff, rakes.
On the one that we received on the 27th of January, it said attachment to your tractors. Are you still looking for that stuff?
That was the,
Mahindra?
yeah, that's been scrapped out.
We can scrap
That's been
that.
scrapped out?
Yeah, got some different in mind. So building, we have 2,500, and I'm assuming that's, shop supplies for our building. I know it jumped up quite a bit, but I don't think some of the stuff that we were getting was going in the right spots. So I'm trying to get things where they need to be. Culverts are 7,000. So an 20-foot culvert, 18-inch culvert is $575 now. So with $7,000, that's about 13 culverts.
Are these culverts for roads or for driveways?
Both. The 18s mainly would probably be for roads. We have plenty of 15s and quite a few 12s right now.
We don't do driveways anymore.
Okay. I was gonna say, do they pay us back for the,
You'd say that, you do, because if they're putting in a piece of road,
True.
you gotta replace the
Right.
cross culvert. When I say cross culvert, that's something that's running parallel with the road.
with the road?
If that culvert's rotted out,
Homeowners are responsible for the first culvert.
first one, and then the town.
And then
picks it up after that.
we take care of the driveway culverts after that.
There was a period of time where we installed all the culverts.
Right.
It's gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We
They
supervise,
spent all that
make
time
sure that,
installing driveway culverts.
yeah,
Yeah, that went by a couple of years ago, right?
we make sure all
That
the
went
right
by a couple
materials
years
go
ago,
in
right?
and, we make sure it's installed correctly.
Yeah.
But
So do you have a good supply of them up at your garage?
the 12s and the 15s we do.
Not for the road ones?
18s, I think we have a few left. We did put some on the Ospey Hill extension job that we did last year. We upgraded, so.
realistically, a 12-inch culvert ain't worth putting in.
No.
You might as well put a 15 in to take care of it. 12
And that's
plug
mainly
out.
what we have is 15s.
The 12s, they was using on the catch basins to run water from one area to another underground.
So 5225 is patching and repair. I got 3,100 in that. That's cold patch. That's separate from the hot top fund. That's about $110 a ton. So I estimated,
Which will be going up with the price of oil.
yeah,
Yeah.
most
I was
likely.
gonna just say, I was gonna ask you about that.
Well, you never know with hot top, but most, if the price of oil goes up, that's.
It's $92 a barrel right now.
Oh, God.
So,
Laura?
Yes.
Which means hot top's gonna go up.
The line isn't equal.
Yeah, 425, we need to drop down the other numbers from column F over.
What?
Go to your right,
Yep.
column F,
Mhm.
then drop it down a space, all of those. The
Yep.
275 belongs on 425 line. You added a line that didn't carry the space all the way over, that's all.
No biggie.
Nothing big.
What do you mean I didn't carry it around? I see a space.
We added a line for 31.
You added the line here, 31.
Because we didn't have the,
Yeah?
But it's
remember, we
not
didn't,
here.
we put the
Oh,
patch in.
oh,
It's on there.
separate.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
So I'm
Yep.
gonna try to keep all my top on it that I
We
can.
were trying to
I get it.
separate them so you can see the difference.
Yep.
So 5230 is hot top, that is 275.
Mhm.
5235 is sand and salt for 190.
How much has been expended this
So I
year?
have a question for, I guess, Julie. Current budget for sand and salt is $258,885.
Right?
Is that because we carried over?
Yes,
Right. Because this shows it was 190 last year, right?
right.
But we've only spent 74.
There was a carryover, Dennis, of 68,885. and
Right,
change.
so we've spent 74 year to date. I understand that, well,
Must have spent more than that, 'cause that last last hump of salt had to have been more than that.
did we not get,
I mean,
did we not get billed for it yet?
I don't know, that can mean-
We just got it. I don't know if I just had an order complete last week, I believe.
Yeah, because you was asking me if I needed the load steps, and I said no.
Yep. So I wonder if we got that bill yet.
Okay.
'cause Pete ordered
But
300
even so, I
You had
mean,
300 ton come in just for Pete left.
So-
You had another load in since.
so we,
Yeah, I've ordered 600 tons since Pete left, I think.
so
That's
is that
60.
100 and, that another 50,000? Or I guess what I'm trying to do is to
The
look
load
at,
that The load that he had is 60,000, and the one Pete would have had would have been 45,000,
okay,
at least. I'm just guessing here, because I don't know what the salt's almost $90 a ton.
Geez,
okay.
are those bills still in?
You're just trying to project out, Dennis, for that line.
Well,
that's what
I'm
they're
just trying to, we continue to
No.
carry over, and, if it comes a point in time where comes a point in time where we need to stop carrying
What
over.
was the prior year, do you remember?
Huh?
190.
No, I mean, for carry, I'm assuming there was carryover
It's
from the
been
prior year
190,
too.
it's been 190 for
A long time.
2 years.
Yeah.
It was 130 the year before
So,
that.
yes, I get the carryover from last year, the 60, but, so in that year, there had to been a carry forward as well,
Oh, what?
on top of the 190.
There's no
So
doubt in
it's-
my
it kept on
mind that
trickling forward.
there's a carryover.
You had no sand when the sand shed was built. That was what they considered dead sand, and that was used around the building or somewhere for fill.
Yeah, so we went from 160 5 years ago, or 4 years ago. We bumped it up to 183,
182.
right, or
Yeah,
182.
Yeah,
We then dropped it down to 130 or 129.1.
yeah.
Then we jumped it to 190, and 190 again in this current budget,
Yep.
which with the rollover is 258, almost 259. So we got $250,000 in the salt and sand budget,
Yeah,
right, available,
yeah.
and we spent 75.
Well,
Well, you know.
I'm guessing these last 2 deliveries of salt hasn't even been yet.
think Julie just went to go get the bills.
$17,000 bill to be paid this week.
And that's the salt?
That's the salt.
So that's for quote loads.
That was for February's.
Yep.
That's the stuff you just ordered then.
That's the stuff I just ordered, but I think it's just only 4 loads, right? It must be somewhere around that.
Well, we can do one of two things.
That's 120 ton.
We either reduce this year's budget and make sure that we carry over the balance, right?
Yeah,
Reduce next year's and carry the balances, right?
Right.
Yeah.
right, next year's, yeah.
We just need to make sure that we add that to Article 4 or whatever.
Yeah, no problem.
Because looks to me like you're gonna have $75,000 to $80,000 carryover.
Right.
Which would be about right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
because
so,
you're carried over for 2 years.
so let's take this down to $100,000 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then make sure that we carry over.
Yeah,
And that would give us the 180 or 190
yeah.
going into next year.
So if we went down to 115, that's 75,000.
Yeah.
So do you want, are we changing that down to 115?
The only, just before we approve the budget completely,
See
we
what's
want to
left.
make sure that we
Yeah.
haven't spent
Yeah.
an ungodly amount in salt here. We should have sand enough in that shed now to get us through the winter. Close,
Depending.
So-
yeah, depending on what we get.
Yeah, I mean, when
That's all.
Friday, yeah.
when we get the stuff for the board to approve what's gonna go to the voters,
Yeah.
we can make an
We can
adjustment
adjust
if
it
it's,
to it if we need to,
right.
but if we have a bad
but I
next
think,
3 weeks.
I think it would be prudent to drop it to 115.
115, yeah. Back up
But
to,
we need to make sure that we carry over whatever the balance is.
Is the contractor still loading his own trucks, Jason?
Yep,
Yes, okay.
yep.
Is he mixing the sand now?
No,
Sand and salt?
we're mixing that.
Okay, well, that was part of his complaint when he was in here, when we renewed his
Who's complaining?
contract, because in the contract, it says that he's supposed to mix the sand and salt.
Well, I look at it as if we mix it, we can control how much salt is going in our sand. So,
I understand that, but in his contract, the language is pretty clear.
yeah,
that he's supposed to.
I don't disagree with what you're saying.
because they're gonna mix it.
I think.
They mix it anyways after, when they load, they're still putting more salt in it. So they are mixing it, but they're not mixing the initial load. So,
So he's adding salt to it when he loads a truck, he's adding
you
more
can
salt.
guarantee he's adding salt to it.
So I guess you'd say that
He's mixing it.
that qualifies for him mixing it, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
if he's mixing it with his loader, he's got a,
But it's
3 yard bucket.
his loaders that's down there, right?
His loader's loading his
So he's
truck.
loading all
The
his trucks.
only thing when we load their trucks is if their loader breaks down.
All right.
And that hasn't happened only but once or twice.
Can I just say one thing about waste? They come in our circle, they're plowing and dropping, and then they're still plowing and dropping and plowing and dropping. They plow 3 times and they drop each time. They go around at the same time. So a lot of it's when they come in, they go around and they're dropping, and then they do the next, however, the width of they
somebody
do.
know how to shut the
So,
sander off.
yeah, so they're dropping it 3 times and it's just getting pushed right back up on the side.
So maybe
So-
he needs to talk to his driver.
Yeah,
So, it's a lot of waste on our road. We shovel it up sometimes, so.
Well, you're not alone, because I think a lot of the cul-de-sacs in town end up in the spring with a tremendous amount of sand on them.
Looks like a dirt road sometimes,
yeah.
yeah.
Under the hot
and
tub,
other times, you'd like to see a little bit more too.
yeah,
We don't care on our
Yeah.
road, nobody's just,
Right,
flat
They don't
line.
get enough speed on
Yours
your.
is, yours is
Well, they shouldn't
flat.
anyways.
Under the hot tub, do you have certain roads that you plan to do this year?
Yep.
What roads are those?
So I'm hoping to top Star Hill all the way. Deering Ridge, I would like to do from Edith Huey to the pole line, and then that road will be complete. There is Fur Drive and Harrison Drive. That is off of Pheasant Run, off of Townhouse. It's one of the developments. We gotta go in and change a couple quick culverts, but it's a long overdue development.
That's the one that we did the drainage on Alder Drive and
Nope.
Pleasant Run, and gonna
Nope,
do it over again?
that's a possible paved job too, when we get done with the drainage. You know, since they're gonna be right there to have to patch it in, but.
So that was Deering Ridge from where to where?
Edith Huey to the pole line.
So when they did from Edith Huey down to Townhouse, is that got 2 new layers, a base and a top? Or does it have just a base?
Looking for us?
I'm not sure. I've asked for some records and
Can't get any?
couldn't get any. So, if it is,
I'm guessing it's probably only got 1.
typically what you want to do really with roads, in my opinion, is you shim and you overlay. If you basing a road in, then, you know, you're laying 2 inches of base, and you let it sit for a year, maybe 2 years, see what, you know, the road's doing. You know, Ospey Hill's kind of doing a couple funky things right now, so I might not pave that, top it, I might let it sit another year and then see what's going on
Okay.
before you put another layer on it, but in all reality, I believe that if I did from Edith Huey to the pole line, I believe that road that's a shim basically, and then you sit back and do the whole thing.
So are you going to be putting any culverts in that area? Because there's some pretty good dips up near
No,
the
I
field.
believe the culvert from,
On Deering Ridge.
Yeah, on Deering Ridge.
I believe that, no, that culvert's already been changed on the straightaway.
Yeah.
Where all the new houses are.
Yeah,
No, that culvert's new.
that's new? Okay,
New 2 years ago,
okay.
maybe 3.
Pretty dippy in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jason, I know that going up the hill on Deering Ridge, both hills, right? The Hollis side is all washed out, the ditch. That's Hollis's,
Yeah.
right?
You're talking by
But
big guys?
I'm talking about big guys.
So
What do we?
that's an issue.
Yeah.
We gotta,
Do we have a fix, or do we just run up there every time?
no,
it's
we always
driving,
fix
watch
it after it washes out. Me and Tommy have talked about that numerous times. I think you either have to pave the swale all the way down so it doesn't wash, or you do under drain with curbing, like we did on Middle Road.
Well, Star Hill has got the,
Star Hill has some curbing with,
has got
Under
curbing,
drain.
right, which
Yeah.
contains all the water and runs it down over the hill.
yeah, Hamilton Road.
The problem is that if you pave the swale, which probably needs to be done, right in front of big guys, and then the new house, which probably should have never been built, but
What they did there is actually really nice though, pulling that bank back, they gained a lot of sight distance.
well, he had to gain some side distance. But all that water is going into Panoramic Drive.
Yeah. Yep. There is a culvert right before that new house that shoots back across the road now.
Which Panoramic Drive created his own Waterboro.
Well, I agree, that, you know, I don't disagree that he has his own issues.
But I think a lot of that could be helped too.
I just think, you know, I mean,
That-
how many times since you've been here
Right.
have we gone up to fix big guys' ditch?
Somehow you gotta slow that water down,
Yeah,
because when that water gets to 30 miles an hour down across that hill, it's got no way to stop.
well, that road,
And it takes and cuts everything out.
that section of the road is on the list in Hamilton Road. We just had to go
Hamilton Road.
fix that road again.
Hamilton Road's the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, they can patch it and fill the ditch in, but the water's gonna carry everything that you put back.
You got a lot of water that comes out of that field.
And you can't,
There's no place to go.
you've got to slow it down somehow. Either in a catch basin or swoop way,
To use
curbing.
To use riprap, or the,
There's riprap there.
is there?
So
I
every
didn't even notice when I drove by, but,
house that gets
Yeah.
built on Daring Ridge Road on the hill,
Yeah.
on Cooper Hill, right?
Yeah,
Is just adding.
adding more and more to it. Yeah.
So that,
Edith Huey's is possibly on the list, and Scooter Lane.
Scooters, you said?
Scooter,
Yeah.
Scooter Lane.
Well,
How many cars go across Scooter Lane in
A lot.
lane
A
in
lot.
day?
a lot.
a lot. And the road is coming apart.
Did we,
For as small as it is, it's
we
not
put
gonna cost a lot.
Did we put the big culvert back in there after the Patriots Day song?
Yep.
Someone did.
But we had another one, a new one up at the garage.
Yep.
Did we ever use that one, or did we just pull the other one out of the woods?
There's some big culverts up there.
Still up there.
Okay.
This is all before me, so.
Never mind.
Problem solved.
FEMA paid.
It is.
Yeah.
so I have
I
a
think there is actually some infrastructure money that was posted. Where was it we found it the other day? Was it MMA? On
Yeah.
our homepage? For mitigation for water issues.
Right.
Drainage, or what do you call it, but I think it was on the homepage, just, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's FEMA money, so that they don't have to pay the next time.
Right. Well, and we're gonna have to have that conversation tonight at some point about, with the meeting we have with Owens on Thursday. About Hamilton, not Hamilton, Jellison.
Jellison Road.
Jellison Road. Right.
So back in 2021, under capital, they had $50,000 for road upgrades on Deering Ridge Road for culvert stitching and pavement. So the pavement has been done. The culvert from, I'm assuming Edith Huey down to Townhouse Road, or Hooper Hill to Townhouse.
Well,
Culverts have been done there too?
From Edith Huey to Hooper Hill,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Was all
fine.
redone and all had catch basins and everything else put in.
Right.
Yeah.
What
That's got under
you
drain.
guys did was up in front of where those
Townhouse.
6 new houses are.
Well, this is under capital.
You're saying the pavement from Townhouse to
Edith Huey.
Hooper Hill.
Yeah, Hooper Hill, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was $50,000. Has that all been used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has, okay. So on Hamilton Road, it says culverts and ditching 12,000. So has that been used yet?
We didn't know anything about that.
That was,
Yeah.
I believe that was carried over.
Yeah.
So that's running year to year till it's used?
Pardon?
That's being kept in the capital year to year until it's used for, That
Would have
project?
been carried over
What's the
as
account number?
capital.
oh, it's just listed right in their map.
The biggest thing with Hamilton Road is they've never been able to get a water easement to run it across the field, or realistically, we shouldn't be picking it up out of this field, but not get you one. That's the way it,
I have about 5 feet from Hamilton's stone wall to the edge of the pavement.
there's
So,
no,
so the money,
Okay.
but the big answer, back to your question of 2 years ago, was the Hamilton Road money was for the same issue that we just washed out.
I'm assuming it's for that one culvert at the
But I
top
don't,
of the hill.
I don't believe that
I
that was
know.
ever done.
I
In
don't
fact,
think
when Pete was here, and was that before you came on, Matt, or?
Yeah, that was been in there for a while, but
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that was back with David.
But that was
David probably, yeah.
David, I think, put it in there, but Pete knew nothing about what was carried over.
It looks like there was some carry forward from account, that capital line from last year. I'm assuming that's where it was. I don't know if that's what the project was, I mean, it could have been something else that wasn't done, but there was $47,603 and change that was carried forward from that line.
That's just a dollar amount, it's not been.
What's that?
That's just a dollar amount, so.
Right, so I don't know if that was specifically Hamilton Road.
Those were the projects that he identified the previous year.
Yeah.
So the real question is, we still have the drainage problem on Hamilton Road. Not unlike the problem that we have on Nearing Ridge Road, and not unlike the problems that we've got everywhere else.
Did they put underground culverts on the right-hand side if you're going up the hill on Hamilton? Did they put culverts on that side? So there's no underground drainage there at all?
No, that was the intent, was to redo that whole
There's
thing. The problem is that every time we redirect water, and I know that some previous road commissioners and public works directors would disagree with me, but we need to be able to have a drainage easement to put that water. You just can't randomly say, well, I'm gonna dump all this water on your property, right? Because it's in the best interest of the town. So you have to have a drainage easement. We have not been very successful in getting those. And especially with the same owner on both sides of the road, because he's now passed, but.
So the road review committee is gonna reach out to the caretaker there and try to get some information for me where I would like to dump the water from the field. There's like a sumac cluster, which if he allowed us, I would like to rip that out.
Part of the problem goes
retention.
beyond that, because when we replaced the culverts, the big box culvert on Hamilton Road, all right? Part of that problem with that water was caused by Jim Hamilton, right? He would not allow any water drainage be where the old railroad bed was, okay? And he owned most of it. Now, he might have sold it to Everett Parker, and now the kids have got it, but, you know, the fact of the matter is that he had a couple of 55-gallon drums underneath that road or the old railroad bed for the longest time. But I think when we cleaned out all of the alders and everything else out of the brook, when we put in the big three-quarter cement culvert, box culvert, I think that cleared up most of the problem. But it's gonna be another problem, because the alders are gonna grow back and everything else, but.
The whole road needs a ditching. And then, you know, we gotta really.
Yeah, and the road physically
It's
doesn't
very.
support the ditching, right?
Yeah, there's not enough room for a ditch. So, and if we go in there and cut those trees that are right on the side of the road, we're not gonna have a lot of happy people, because they're historic, they're pretty old.
Well, all you gotta do is drive up the road and look how close the telephone poles are to the side of the road, right?
What are those bushes that grow on the corner that come way out in the road sometimes in the spring and fall?
That's bamboo.
That's bamboo?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's hard to treat those when you have a brook that's that close. Like all the bamboo that's along New Dam. There's certain things that kill it, but I don't think we're allowed to use it that close to water.
No, probably not.
So,
Okay.
so where were we? Signs. I got 4,000 in there for signs. That's replacing street names, the speed limits, the curvature signs, any other type of sign that we have through the town. $2,400 for PPE and clothing allowance. That's $600 per person. It's $200 for boots. The rest is clothing. Gas and diesel is 25. Last year is 20. We went up. Prices have gone up, so we're anticipating to go up a little bit. The licenses is $750. Now, I'm not sure what that one is for, to be honest with you. Is that for the software stuff, or?
That's your quarries,
What's that?
For the pit?
yes.
There's your answer. We didn't know. We got blown away. It existed before, it looks like it was spent out a little bit, but in 1920, we didn't spend anything. There's 413, so.
That's for quarries?
The licensing
For
of
our
them?
pit?
Yes, on the pits.
Yeah, the pit, transfer station and you must have licenses in the transfer station.
Yeah, we have to
But
renew them every year.
it's supposed to be a license fee for the pit.
433
Okay.
But my guess is that,
You don't think it's...
I'm not sure who we would, is it DEP?
Yes, through the main state.
They're probably going up too. I mean, they go up every year, I don't know. I mean, ours do.
Utilities, electricity and heat went up a little bit. Telephone stayed the same. Internet, that's for the phone at the garage and 2 cell phone reimbursements. Repair and maintenance.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
On your heat, how much has been expended on the heat for this year?
89%.
89%. It's about 26.
89%?
Yes, before this week's bills.
Oh, okay.
Electricity is
before this-
53%.
Before this week's bill?
Well, if the building had more than like a half inch of insulation, you probably wouldn't spend that much, but
Yeah, that's a whole nother
poorly
story.
insulated and there's more holes in there than
Or if
certain
it's
sheets.
a door that's shut.
89%?
This is 66.9.
My budget. This was ran today.
What type of heater does that have?
I see 88,
Oh, yeah.
I know, so yeah, it's not, doesn't include today, it's the
forced out.
one you just gave me.
Forced hot air?
Well,
Too bad we couldn't
They just
upgrade
got
to
it
one of
delivered
those
last week.
heaters that can burn any kind of oil,
Well, that must have been-
and then you just take the stuff from the,
Foglio used to take
We
all of our
tried.
waste oil and it was
Yeah.
too contaminated. It was, his furnace was broke down more than it was
Yeah.
running.
really?
Yeah, people, they put, you know, you don't know what's in them.
people have kind of gone away from them a little bit. It's hard.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting it from
Clean.
your own vehicles, like if you have a big fleet like, you know, FR Carroll or something like that, you know the oil's clean.
If you can control what's put in there,
You're good. Yeah.
People are dumping brake cleaner
To
and all
get it
kinds
from
of
them.
things.
Yeah.
So under line 9, number 511, you have DPW building insulation. Are you looking to insulate that building?
Where are you now?
511.
Oh, you're in capital.
Yeah, under capital. It's
Well-
blank.
We were gonna have a chat about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to wait until we get to that section?
oh, okay. Go ahead.
She was getting excited, she went to
Yeah.
capital.
Well, no, I was just kind of going.
She's getting hungry too.
You men-
Keep talking.
you mentioned heat, so I was like, insulation, okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Building needs a lot of work. Repair and maintenance, vehicle is 22,000. Pit restoration is 0. Mowing equipment and repairs is 2,000.
Is that the one that does all the fields? The mowing equipment that does the fields?
Yeah. And ground maintenance, all sites. So, me and Matt did a couple little things. We reached out to a contractor just to see what some numbers would be. If we subbed out Taylor House and subbed out Friendship Park, everything at Friendship Park, Taylor House is $150 a week, and Friendship Park, including the soccer field and in between the park and all that, is $300 a week.
So you didn't include the Lions Club?
Yep, because the total was 1,100 a week, and that was Taylor, Friendship, Library, Town Hall, Lions Club, and the Monument, is what our estimate was.
Yeah.
And cemeteries was not included on that first list. And it is what, 12 you said?
There's more than that, but there's
12 that we take care of.
We
12 that you mow.
yeah.
But out of that $1,100, if we did it for estimated 33 weeks, is $36,300. So the issue we were having earlier is yes, that says 17,000, but if you look at the expense,
Labor cost is more than that.
well, if you look at our expenses from that line, from this current year,
We haven't spent hardly anything yet this year.
where is it? What line is it?
5422, ground maintenance.
Yeah, so there's 16,000, so, well, at whatever time David and or Pete or whoever didn't code it, they coded the,
They coded it wrong. They always coded it out of, they took it straight out of the salaries line.
but salaries line looked fine though, correct?
What was that?
They look fine though, based on the numbers.
I think it was because that
But he could have
truck
taken,
driver position was always in there, so we
Exactly.
never noticed the change.
So did they take any of it out of the transfer station?
No, well, see, that's where it got tricky, where I used to mow, because we have two separate lines, where, you know, I could go mow for 10 hours extra a week. I don't mind doing it. But wherever I hit 40, so say if I work Monday through Friday at the transfer station, or Monday through Thursday, and then I hit 40 hours, all that overtime gets charged to the transfer station.
So
that's-
we need to take some time, and I understand that time's not something that we have a lot of abundance of, but the fact of the matter is that we need to look at those, I mean, if you look at the grounds maintenance and the mowing, we've used a total of $400 out of a budget of $19,000. So we either miscoding or whatever the case may be, it's certainly costing us
Well,
more than $400 to
so
do the.
we were estimating, I mean, we're probably, we're slightly less than 34,000 to use current rates today, but we were estimating out, maybe, I think it was close to $25,000.
Who was the kids that was doing the
We had
mowing?
two. We had Sean, and then
Yeah,
occasionally,
but the other
Dustin.
one.
Dustin.
Dustin.
Yeah, I stopped mowing when Dustin came in.
So where did his salary go?
his went to wages, not to that line, so he can code it to that line.
Is that the 7,500 out of the
Correct.
salaries?
So the bottom line is that, and I guess maybe we ought to reconsider, what are we calling mowing and grounds work, right? It's all labor.
Right.
Right? So I'm not sure why we have a line item that doesn't,
Other than
It should be.
seeding,
right,
and
but it
stuff like that.
should be 99% of it's labor,
Gotcha,
right?
Yeah.
So it should go into the wages.
right.
But it should be categorized.
That's if we were to continue to do it ourselves.
Right.
Right.
That's it. And right now, that gives us Sean, that works full-time for a transfer station that we pull out. I mean, I guess the question is how much overtime do we want to spend between mowing and transfer?
None.
Well, then I don't think we want to put it into wages unless we hire somebody
You can do
else.
the whole town, you
Bring
can
somebody
mow the
else.
whole town, and I've done it for 9 years now. I don't plan on doing it anymore. You can do the whole town. You can do the whole town in a day and a half, 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, say you work 2 10-hour days, what's 20 hours of overtime?
But you're talking about the wage between two people, right? Last year was probably between 20
They
and
never should have
25.
hired Dustin in the first place.
Well, that's a matter of
That's a
opinion.
personnel
The end of
Right.
August,
That's a matter of opinion.
but it was a 40-hour
Right.
position for 2 days of work. I
So,
mean,
well,
I think Jason would probably back me up on that.
But aside from that $7,500 for that work, even for Sean and yourself, when you guys were mowing before that,
Right.
if we just take the averages based on your work hours for mowing for 2 days a week and do the estimates, 17,000 wasn't cutting it to begin with.
No.
So they were taking the money.
we wasted more time bitching about hiring the kid than we actually did, and that's
That's
the
probably
entire town.
So, yeah.
Pissing and moaning about hiring some kid instead of just doing your job, so, anyway.
On the maintenance of the equipment, the mowing equipment, you want to go up because you have nothing to spend on it this spring till summer mowing, fixing the equipment. It's all been spent. Those ride mowers caught the devil this last year.
Yeah, I don't know why repairs and maintenance has mowing
Minus
ground under
3,000.
it, and then it has equipment that's, you're right, 100% spent, it's overspent, basically. We didn't have any equipment money.
No,
Both mowers.
because Pete, I know Pete for a fact paid a bill to carry a balance over there to
He paid money forward.
pay out of
For,
the new budget,
Yeah, he paid money forward to set up like a
credit card,
credit card towards
Prepaid.
maintenance.
prepaid credit card.
Both mowers did go down last summer.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, they to a point where they need to be replaced, or where they,
They're getting that.
Yeah, one of them,
yeah. that's what I said, they're
one of them's
going out.
old. I would say we've had that machine since, well, it was here when I came here, so I mean, it's
So you beat on it for 9 years.
1250. No, it never broke. Never broke. I fixed it if it
Well,
broke.
one of them, the former Parks
Rusty.
director,
Right.
went down and just decided
Oh, yeah.
he was gonna buy one.
Yeah,
Well, one we
But
got,
had no permission to buy one.
that one came from Leo. Down at
No,
Lakeside.
this one was, this one was a Cub that came
Oh,
out
the
right
rider,
after.
the rider, yeah, I'm talking zero turns, yeah.
Okay.
So you said 33 weeks?
Well, we
So
need
that
one
would
with, I think
May
we should have
to-
one that's got
Need a
baggers that can pick up
And
our
then
clippings.
You gotta have a bagger.
And this,
What's that?
what we're talking about is all picks up.
Shaker Valley did start off.
How much does a mower cost?
One with a bagger?
Yeah,
Commercial grade?
20,
Never weed whacked it or.
about 20 grand. Was the last one we had priced out.
well, there's 25 in there, you can buy one.
So the real issue is whether or not we want to contract out.
I think it's getting to a point where you can't find the help, and
Yep.
no matter where you go, I think,
In our dollars, we're only talking about, you and I chatted the other day, but in our dollars, we're only talking about labor hours, not the equipment that you just started talking about. The trailer, the truck to haul it, and all that.
Fuel,
fuel,
Yeah,
oil,
fuel.
repair.
blades, all that stuff, yep.
And if they're hurting for staff, if they can pull Sean to even help him, I mentioned him earlier, if you got road projects, you gotta fight with getting flaggers and people to help you with different projects. You know, maybe it's you
you
allocate
use
some
that
of those
little bit of
resources.
help that you got for the projects you got going on.
Maybe keep the cemeteries for ourselves for the first year and then add them in, or, you know, get the price for it.
If you're gonna do the cemeteries, let somebody bid it out. I
Right,
mean, if anybody
do that too.
within your public works transfer.
Doesn't the cemetery committee, doesn't
The
this?
cemeteries go through,
All
the
they do
cemetery
is-
committee is supposed to pay for that.
But there's
It's
money,
coming out of
yeah, I
their
was gonna say,
budget.
is there money
It
that,
comes out of their budget, it has nothing to do with public works.
That's something that these guys that want a few extra hours, that could come out of that, but they could have it for a contract, and it wouldn't be overtime.
but the cemeteries aren't every week either, right?
No, they're low maintenance.
So, I
It's-
mean,
I mean,
it's-
you're checking
Yeah.
out, making sure there's no
Right.
trees that are falling or
and
whatever.
that would be a little extra bonus for some of these employees that want, you know, if there's some of them that want to do that, you can do it by under a contract.
Which I'm
and
sure
you're not
Sean-
paying a-
Yeah, I know, he was very adamant that he wanted to keep some form of mowing.
But if it
But
doesn't
we
make
need,
sense, then.
we do need a town mower.
We'd have to be just careful on the language of that contract, we don't get into an issue with fair labor standards of any type of compensatory time under workers' comp and then.
The bottom line is that put it out to bid and see what you get.
Well, he worked on some estimates already, so we have an idea.
I mean, you got everybody, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting some guy that's in the landscaping business or the mowing business.
This,
Nice analogy.
if you're gonna do it for this spring, I mean, you've got money to pay the contract, so to speak, if you decide to go that way. But this is a contract that's split right between two
Yeah, do
fiscal
it for the
years.
spring and then bid it out for the following year. Or, I don't know.
Well, we can check, we'll talk more and
Well,
more.
somebody needs to scrub. How much does it cost us? Because right now, all the expense is going into the wrong bucket.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing based on our estimates of what we're seeing
Yeah.
for the 2 days. All right?
But there's another thing. There's nothing saying that he cannot hire a part-time man for tomorrow morning, or for 2 days, or 3 days, or, you know, if he's got somebody out around that would be willing to work, whether it's a dump truck or a human body, he's got the ability, without advertising it, to hire somebody for a day or two.
You mean as an employee?
As an employee.
Just as long as we do the paperwork?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But, I mean, if he needs a flagger, he can hire somebody, some retired fellow,
Yeah, we tried to do that a couple of years ago.
yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but, it can be done.
Yeah, he could do it, he probably just need a day or so before, because you have to go through the training stuff for them and all that, you know, all that safety minutia, but.
I think we have some transfer station employees that
But
might possibly want to
Flag
flag for us too.
And
Shovel
DOT.
handle.
Yeah.
They want some extra money.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're on the right track with it.
All right, so equipment, we got 25,000 in there. That's for repairs. Anything could pop up. Anything with equipment nowadays is big money. So,
Between your excavator
our
and
excavator's
loaders.
in there right now, and its bill's gonna be 10,000 or a little bit more when we get it back.
So I guess I don't understand. We've had some equipment, on equipment in this account. And it looks like in 2020, in fiscal year 21, we spent $6,600. But we've had no budget for the last 2 years for equipment maintenance, or repairs and maintenance. So how have we been, because I know that we've been having equipment repaired.
Yep.
So where's that money going?
Julie, have you seen any of those invoices for?
I've seen the invoice and I'm trying to think where they are. And I'm sorry.
I mean, you got 3,200 that's been spent this year. It was zero budget, but $3,200 has been spent. So I guess the question is that why all of a sudden did we decide we didn't need a budget for repairing equipment or maintaining equipment?
He's not here. That guy's gone.
Well, I didn't intend it to be a rhetorical question.
Sorry.
Good answer, though. Good answer.
Or both of them, yeah, I mean, when Jason and I started looking at it, it didn't make, there's just, you know, between the equipment, he's got smaller vehicles that he's got equipment line for vehicles. And then you had the equipment, the excavator, or between the excavator, the front end loader.
Skid steer.
The skid steer, all of the above.
Yep.
I mean, Cat's not looking at that stuff for less than $5,000. And probably not even $5,000, so even more than that. So it's,
No, I mean, we just got,
and that excavator's
you
how,
gotten that bill yet?
Yeah.
and what's the excavator, 5,000 hours? We just talked about this the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, four, closer to 5,000 hours, I believe. So it's,
And what's the year of that one?
Really? It's got that many?
it's 2000 and,
12?
I was gonna say 11, but maybe 12.
So, a fair amount of time on it. How's the swivel, does that have a collector ring? What do you call that?
Yeah, that's fine. What we're doing now is we're doing the boom and the wrist pins.
And the kingpin needs to be done at some point,
The
correct?
kingpin is being advised, as of right now, it's not, we're not doing it. They thought they could get away with it for another couple of years, but it does show some sign of play. So that's the piss. That's the arm right here where your cab is, that holds everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's worked, but it's a great machine, so.
But it's almost time to trade that baby in.
Yeah, it's getting there.
You get by this coming year, but you should have it somewhere to trade in before you start putting a lot of money into something like that.
We stick up, I mean, we're really good with our maintenance. We go right by the hours and we get it back to the shop, and anything that we can do for maintenance, we do. So,
What size is
You
that?
lease them for 5 years and
285.
hope you can get 8 out of them.
And that's what, 125,000 replaced today? Or wait, a little bit high.
A lot more than
if you
that.
got enough.
If you buy new, I mean, you could buy something, you can buy something at the auction for around that, around 2,000-3,000, 2,000-3,000
I have
hours.
never priced them.
Because I've been looking at them.
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know.
Those mid-size machines sometimes cost more than
Yeah,
a big one.
yep.
But
Well, much,
the problem
They're-
with buying, not
You're talking
seeing
about
it
the
used is
excavator,
bad.
right?
Yeah.
well, it doesn't show up at all in our debt service. So it's gonna be paid off.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 years, probably 3 years out of it with no payment. And you're now gonna put a few $1,000s into it, but time to think about it.
Have you had to put any maintenance, high maintenance into your 1-tons at all?
Yep, the old one just got, $17,000 worth of work.
You said it's
And what
cat,
year is that?
That's an 11 with 130,000,
what?
125.
So we bought a new one.
Caterpillar what?
I got a new one.
We bought a new one
285?
so that we could get rid of the old one.
Was that the original plan? I don't know.
It
And
was
they
to
put all that
replace, it was to replace the old 1-ton, but we still drive it.
Well, you have 20 grand into it now.
Yeah, and it starts to
Takahouchi.
get me really concerned.
Yeah, they completely went over everything on it.
Yep, we did a sandblast on the body and the frame.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea to have a spare either, though.
No, neither do I.
I think,
Not
especially with what was,
Not with the new technology we got today.
I mean, especially if that new one was down for a day, at this point, you could be out for 3 weeks. And then we'd have the backup plan for plowing parking lots and all your other stuff.
Radios, 2,500, and that is for the repeater, I believe.
Yes.
Building is 7,500. Water lines, nothing. Town roads, so I broke some of this up a little bit. The brush and tree work is 60,000. what we've been kind of averaging. Last year was 72, 74, I think,
Yep.
somewhere around there.
Yep.
Previous year was, before that one was around like 50 something, so I put 60 in. We do sweeping, that's about 7,500. Another one that I just found today, which isn't on your list, is Coria Guidelines. That's our road striping,
Which was what, 22?
and that was around 22.5,
And that's probably gonna go up.
and that's probably, yeah.
So we're gonna put,
So
what,
put that-
25,000, did you say?
What?
Is it
22.5.
22,000 or 20, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you want me to put it 25 in case it goes up?
Yeah. Our ditching and drainage is 75. Roadside mowing. So this number was wrong. It is 45 each week to rent a roadside mower from HP Fairfield.
So 4,500, okay.
Yep. That is unlimited hours. We work overtime those weeks. We get all we can get out of it for 45 hours. We have to put our own fuel in it, but that's not a big deal. And typically, 2 weeks, you get it for 2 weeks and then you give it back and then you rent it again for 2 weeks. You cannot do the whole town in 2 weeks, not correctly. So, you are rushing.
So the first line should be $18,000.
Yes.
4 weeks at 4,500.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next
And then
line?
the laborer, excuse me?
The next line is just labor, not the rental.
Yeah. I believe so.
It says 4 weeks rental, 2,500 each.
Right,
Right.
so that's changed to 45, so then 10 would be changed to 18.
So you're being charged twice for the rental?
I think we duplicated that line.
You,
Looks like one's supposed to be for the rental and one's just a line for
One's
labor.
For labor.
So it'd be
5K
5, 10, 15, 20 grand.
oh, okay, so the $15,000 line's
Was total.
just for labor?
So it's 5,000 for labor
Okay,
on top of your 18.
That's 5,000 line, correct?
20, yeah. So it'd be 23 total.
For both lines?
Yep.
18 and 5.
yeah. 5.
And the price of materials, I would guess that price is, unless he's got a price today, not last, that's
That's
today's
today.
price, yeah.
So it's just supposed to say 4 weeks
That's how much-
Out
labor?
of Fairfield, Henderson,
Is that what he's saying?
HP.
Labor estimate, labor estimated 5K.
out.
Up in
Okay.
Skowhegan.
And take out the
They
4
own the
weeks
track.
Okay.
rental?
Yep, yep. They come down, they do all the maintenance, show us how to run it. The only thing they ask us to do is grease it every day.
But you might be able to go back to this one in a second and talk about that 18.
Yeah, yeah. When we get to your line,
Well,
or we get to capital.
no, you all set with the rest of that stuff? Any questions on contractual services?
Who do you rent that from?
HP Fairfield,
HP Fairfield.
Skowhegan.
They're the snowplow man.
It's where we get our sanders,
Oh.
stuff like that. Toilet rentals are 1,500. If you're wondering, that toilet, I believe we own it.
Salt shed?
Yeah. That stays in the salt shed. We bring it on big jobs if we have them, for contractors or us, wherever. And it's in there all winter long for our plow guys. So,
Don't we rent?
Not that one.
Oh, so when they
Carry
send
it forward on this
the
one?
bill, that's for pumping it?
yeah,
Can we carry
$100
forward
bucks
when
a,
they?
$100 a week, or $110 or something, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we did. 99.50.
I'm good. You guys got any questions? excavator is 2015.
So you're up into the 7-year,
Yeah.
probably had a 5-year note on it, and,
Pretty sure it's around 2015. We've been around it too long.
machine's probably worth half of what you give for it.
It's a good machine, I wouldn't get rid of it. It's perfect for the roads. You can sit right on the yellow line and you can swing and load and your traffic goes right by nice and smooth, even a dump truck can go right by it. So it's really, I know what you're saying as far as update, but that size machine is, that's where, I mean, where we can be most efficient, I think.
But it gets to a point where it's costing you money
Yep.
to own it because of the repairs of
Yep,
pumps or sprockets and
but for,
chains.
you know, 4,500 hours, this is really the first real overhaul we've done to it, so it's done pretty good.
Are you the, under line 501 under capital, are you the trackless sidewalk tractor?
I am. So,
Wait a minute, we have one that we bought a couple years ago to do sidewalks, right?
yeah.
Is this replacing this one, or
Yeah.
what? Why?
Because it doesn't do the job correctly.
You had two fellows in town.
And we spent $50,000 on that one,
That's
roughly?
all-
That
That's all they
was,
had for money, and they went and spent it.
we have a
Well, I
transfer
saw him
state,
one time get caught down between the telephone pole line,
Yeah.
telephone pole and the guideline.
and I had to
just
yank it
laughed
out
out
with the backhoe. Yeah, I
Okay.
remember that.
Okay, so
We
you,
have a transfer station skid steer that needs to be replaced. We can just keep that in mind.
okay, so when you're talking about this, is this tractor just for sidewalks?
No.
Okay, so when,
This gets good now.
So,
okay, so when you're talking about doing sidewalks, are you talking all of the village down in South Waterboro, or just West Road and from West Road to the post office or Family Dollar? Because there are sidewalks all the way up to the Lions Club on one side and the bank on the other.
yep, these sidewalks that got poles in them, I mean, we can't be doing this with
Okay.
telephone poles in the middle of the sidewalks.
Okay,
You know, that when these sidewalks were constructed by the state, and I don't think they were really done properly. It was a long time ago.
okay, I know on the
So,
bank
it's-
side, there's a lot of telephone poles. On the other side, can you do those on the other side?
They need to be
Reconstructed?
updated. They
They're
are,
only, the thing is, they're only about this wide.
yeah,
And they kind of lean?
Yeah,
And-
and then not,
everything's out of shape,
Yeah.
like,
Okay. So is it our responsibility to rebuild them, or the state's? Where does that lie?
the state right, they're within the state right of way.
I would hope the state. I
Okay.
think
I
as a
know.
town, we should,
So the ones from West Road down to Family Dollar, should we have paid for those if those are in,
I don't think we should have, but that's my opinion.
I'm speaking out of line because I'm not working for the state at this point, but what's going to happen is if you get pushing the state for a sidewalk, they're gonna say, hey, by the way,
You owe this
take over
road.
202.
Yeah,
well, I thought
It's
the
your road.
sidewalks were gonna be done, I think it was when Doug was here. They were supposed to
They
do
was
drainage or
talking,
something, and
yeah.
they were supposed to do something, but,
The state did do some, but not enough to
Not what
make
they
it
did.
plowable. But
okay.
202 is on the list for the town to take over.
Okay,
We took over the old Alfred Road,
yeah,
and 202 was the next one to be taken. As your population grows, you're probably gonna take over everything. But 202, they decided that they would continue to plow 202 because they had to plow up to the Waterboro line and still had a piece to plow through East Waterboro. So they agreed when that all come about, that they would continue to plow 202,
Okay.
because those trucks was headed north and south.
So what are you gonna do with the old one?
The old snow blower? Well, I would give that machine to Josh.
Transfer station.
Okay.
His 1979 has served its purpose. I think
1979, one longer.
that doesn't have heat, doesn't have a door that stays on very good, the bucket falls off.
They bought a light duty machine to get it done, and it's not a sidewalk blower.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen them, they just pretty much melted
Yeah,
from that last ice event that we had.
So Jason's proposal is.
Oh, I used to see that road for 33 years, yes.
So Jason's proposal is to go to this trackless sidewalk tractor that has the capability, and the estimate that he got was for the blower for the front, a sanding device that can properly sand the sidewalks, and also a mower attachment, and the attachment so that they can do roadway mowing in the summer months. So that's why we made the comment before that the other line, that we had, what, 18,000 in it?
Yeah.
That if we had this type of piece of equipment, then we wouldn't need to rent one for 4 weeks, because we'd have it, and we just swap it over. Correct me if I'm wrong.
23,000, well, 18,000 to rent it for 4 weeks. 5,000 added on for labor, so that's 23,000. That's a year for 4 weeks, okay? The snow blowing, previous snow blowing, when DNR did it, was $10,000 just to do from the milk room to the high school. So you can easily add another 10,000 from the milk room to the Ace Hardware, and then you'd have to load up, bring it down the road. This can drive down the road too. It has the capability of driving down the road on its own. Then you got to load up and bring it back up into Dunkin' Donuts and do that sidewalk. So I reached out to Dana and asked him, off the top of his head what he would charge, and it was probably around 25,000 to do it all. So that's a year, so 25 and 23.
Yep.
Better to buy one.
That's almost 50,000 a year, where we could have our third guy, riding around this town mowing, and then he can be snow blowing. When he gets done doing the town for mowing, you pretty much can start again. I know it's not gonna be very appealing, but it has a radio and it's got AC. So, I mean, it just...
But it has more than one purpose.
That's something in
It's
the
got about-
summertime, if you ain't got the AC, and you got a cab,
So
you pay.
it's not a track.
You ain't gonna get 8 hours.
It's called the trackless,
Okay.
but it's got 2 wheels.
I don't know that much about it.
It articulates. It comes, if I could find it. Of course I can find it. It comes with a sander. So the whole machine is $212,000, I believe. Last year when we proposed this, it was 184. Comes with hydraulic sander, another set of wheels to offset your counterweight so you can reach out.
I've seen them.
Snow blower, 51-inch snow blower, and your flare mower.
What's it called?
It's a NT7 trackless, I believe. They're pretty much used in the cities. They're a sidewalk. They're made for sidewalks.
Oh, okay.
The machine that we have now, we don't have any way to sand our sidewalks. So, unless we're gonna walk up and down the sidewalks with 5-gallon buckets. We tried to make something work. We bought a tailgate sander, one of those ones you stick in your hitch. It was not big enough, and we knew at the time we couldn't overload it because of the size of our tractor, because it's the size of the skid steer, so we had to go with something that fit it. So we re-rigged it up so it worked and all that stuff, but it wouldn't run our salt through it. So we had to buy bag salt. And it only would go round bag salt. At 12 bags
Yeah.
to do West Road and down to the Ace at 20 something bucks a bag. I don't think it's the right way to do it. But
So would you get the V plow or the,
we didn't get a plow.
with this new,
We chose not the plow option, we chose the 51-inch snow blower.
the snow blower, okay. Yeah,
With
that
the
was,
hydraulic sander behind it,
For lease purchase.
The entire amount.
so,
Correct. That's a lease,
Um,
we were just
but
estimating.
they got about
The paint.
20-year life expectancy. So, I'm hoping that's true. So, even if you got 15 out of them, you're
I was
doing,
gonna say, I've got a snow blower that the town of Conway had, which is one of these type blowers, 63 inch, sitting down here at the feed store. And that was bought new in 77, and they just stopped using it this winter. And I ended up.
Probably like anything, if
Yeah,
you just maintaining it, take care of it.
yeah. Still usable, but, worn out as far as Conway was concerned.
And to answer your questions about the billing, I went and looked, the repairs on the old ton truck was charged vehicle maintenance. And as far as the equipment, we've had no expensive repairs to Southwest Milton so far this year.
Because it's a brand new machine, so.
Right. Yeah, 'cause- well, actually, who's doing the repairs on the cat right now? On the,
That's my cat, yeah. They're doing it, but we have two separate.
right, but who's doing that now?
Milton.
So, and that's what, at 10,000 or just under?
It was 80, when it was all said and done,
144.
it'd be about $8,000.
That's just for the machine.
Okay,
This is all your attachments over here.
okay.
Okay? I don't know if you heard me.
Okay, yeah, so.
Yeah, I did.
That's, the accessories are extra.
Yep, that's all extra. And
Yep.
This in my hand right here, just to show last year's price, was 185 total for
Okay.
everything.
You guys good to power through the rest of the CIP stuff?
sure. One more thing.
So are we gonna cross off that rental then, off this spreadsheet and put it for the lease purchase, or we
I
have?
want to wait for them to make their decision, I guess. And
Oh, okay.
with that
Probably
recommendation.
not, because you probably won't get that machine before September or October, if you ordered it in July.
You said that it would be a few months,
Yeah.
but, I mean,
So we'll
if we got the go-ahead on July, when we vote, then I'm calling Travis and saying, get one coming.
Be ready for winter. but
Be ready for winter. Yeah.
Whether you get mowing this year or not with it.
So maybe lose the mowing season though. They don't have it, but.
Yep.
True.
Since we got you here and you're doing the parks part, out here where the flag is, where the headstone is, you got the flag. That flag is not lit. Every year I bring this up. The last couple of years I've gone out and I've bought those solar lights and I put them up, but they don't last long because they're just cheapo shit ones. Excuse my language, but we really need to get something. We need to get lights on that flag, or it needs to come down at night. It's just proper flag etiquette.
Is you talking the one on the monument?
Yeah, the
one on the
monument.
monument.
The
He's talking
monument.
monument.
Yes.
How we get power from, I wonder if we could.
I don't know if
They
There's
have
some-
power for the stop light, for the stop sign, right there?
It's on the other side of the street. It's on this side. The power is on this side of the street.
And they got 2 stop signs there now, don't they? When you go up, because one gets knocked off on the left, remember that?
On one side of the, when you're coming up from Lakeside.
When you're coming from the
I think they
lake.
have 2.
Those are solar, aren't they?
No, this power is
No, I think
running.
it's power. So,
I don't know where they're getting the power from for that one, but
right.
Well, I always had a key in my pocket for these lights, but
They make
the
solar.
power is on Eric Hurley's corner.
is it under the road there?
I don't know. I really don't know. I thought he just went up and overtowed.
Because they have to be getting power then from the other side for the other blinking from the
I'm
old
sure.
station side.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I
there
don't know.
was 2 blinkers, wasn't there? Both of them were blinkers.
What's the light
I don't-
situation? Is that a
When we were
ground
doing that
sensor or is
intersection,
it
I could shut it off.
camera?
I don't know. On that one, I don't know.
Because if it's ground sensor, then you got power going to that too.
I don't know. I had a key to
We
the
don't
box.
own that lights,
We don't,
No, I
no,
know.
water does not.
Right.
State does.
right.
But we could
State's gonna
tap.
take them all over, aren't they?
That was the cone.
I hope so.
There's one down on the Lions Field, center field,
Hmm?
a flagpole.
You want one?
No, there is one,
Oh, there is one there too.
yeah. And as far as maintenance, every spring, Shaker Valley's been coming in and doing the cleanup on
Yep.
that field and that.
They do that at Friendship Park too.
Do they?
Yeah. They
The
do that with all their
mowing's been good, except one person. Mows but doesn't weed whack,
Yeah.
and
Is that-
doesn't, and
Josh?
doesn't,
No.
could be. Only kidding, but, and they're not mowing outside the fence, and I don't understand why.
Backside?
Yeah,
Towards the houses.
yeah. We do our side, because he's just my husband's OCD. But anyway, the other side, left field, nothing's been done out there for years and years. So
Okay.
I don't know if, we've heard that they don't know where the line is. There's
I was
been a lot of
told-
reasons why.
Well,
So
That we didn't own that.
I thought they did.
I was out there cutting some bushes one day and I got a visit from the landowner. Supposedly that whole left side of the field is on his property. Yeah. And that the town pretty much stole it.
Well, that could be,
Yeah.
it could be.
He claims that left side of the field is on his property,
Oh,
so
really?
after that I didn't,
I know behind us you got 2 feet
right.
behind the fence, but we do it all and keep it all behind us. But just the other side, you know,
Well-
There's gotta be
that's part of your maintenance. but anyway.
Yep.
when we took that over from the school.
And the flagpole's in behind the fence.
Yep, and it's not too far actually from a light pole. So, for electricity.
He's got a right of way, right through the school parking lot. We use that for years.
No, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
said 6 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Town hall.
Power through,
7.
power through, we go eat one or the other.
All right, real quick, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking that we need to, even if there's some kind of really good solar lights that we could put out there, under capital improvement, if we can put even $1,000, $1,500 for solar lights.
Well, if there's no power on that side that we can't rub, at $1,500, that's not gonna touch
Buy
it.
a solar, like what you'd use for an electric fence, you could buy a solar.
Realistically, you've got power at the Taylor house, you've got power at the fire station, and you own the ground underneath the road.
Right.
So you could auger a power line across.
Right.
It's expensive to auger, but it can be done. And if you wanted to dig it up and do it, you probably could. Now, who owns the fire station? I don't know. The Taylor House is owned by the Historical Society, but there's power on both
Society owns
of
that
those
too.
corners.
Land trust.
We
Land
own it,
trust.
we own it, but we lease it.
So,
We own them both, but we lease them, one to the historical society, one to the land trust.
Yeah.
We lease that building?
We
Still,
can look into it.
Okay.
Yes,
The old
there's a
station?
99-year lease for the historical society.
I know what you're saying.
No, the
We
other
can
one.
look into it.
A little fire battle.
Yeah.
Price.
That was
From an
leased to them,
electrician.
to the land trust?
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
I think it was leased to them. I'm
Came
not
in
sure.
with Dennis, and when Doug was there.
Yeah,
We give them, oh, that's.
I know we had to clean, we had all that stuff from the blacksmith shop, and that had to be moved out.
Yeah, because we were vacated from it
Yeah.
too, but, yeah.
Yeah, I
it
don't
might, it
know.
might have been, a truck. But that had to have been, God, in 2007 or 8 or 9, that it was,
Yeah.
Before
might have been
2006.
deeded to them, but I was thinking that we leased it to them, but maybe
I
not.
don't know, it was before my day.
Well, let's do some exploring on that.
Yeah.
Until we
Well, you
go.
got these stoplights and, you know, like the water signs that are down on Route 4 and whatnot,
Yeah.
that blink all the time, right? White, you know, and they're all there's a little solar panel attached to every one of them, right? That would be more than enough to power.
Yeah,
Even
if you had
that,
a-
the solar panel on the top of the light post.
That's what they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
No, we'll dig into it and see what we can do.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Solar's so efficient now. Because there's federal money behind it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get some federal funding for a solar panel out there on the flagpole.
So did you want to dive into capital improvement, or do you want to?
We were in that.
Tonight?
You're already in it.
You're in it.
Already in it, okay.
Have a good evening.
So, we can hit a couple of them. You need a new cruiser, the other one's dying, it's rusted out and it looks horrible on the road.
Here, Dennis.
It's time to replace it. The estimate from YCSO is at $44,000.
That includes lights and everything?
That was with equipment on this one, yeah.
That's quite different from 42.
Yeah, and because the new model, the cages won't fit too.
So, what happens with the old one? Do we sell the old one?
It's-
Try to
the
recoup
town
some money?
The town owns it and we can sell it or use it.
Or use it?
I doubt it's gonna be, you know, I've always thought that we should potentially look at replacing it earlier, and then maybe codes could have a vehicle that wasn't having maintenance issues and, but I don't think you're there with that car. That's a 2012 or 13. And it's got a fair amount of rust starting. Well, the rust. But they do.
It's overdue. For some reason, in the last 2 years, he's let it go in
And-
the budget, so.
I don't know why they didn't request it. They're both coming to the meeting.
Yeah.
Correct?
No, I've heard only back from,
So
Sheriff King.
Sheriff King is coming. So.
and I have not heard back. I've left messages, I've sent an email to County Manager Greg Zinser. He has not replied back. He has not returned my call. I don't know.
So one of them's coming.
When are they coming?
The March 1st meeting.
The March 1st meeting.
That is it, March 1st.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct, March 1st.
The board meeting on the 1st.
Okay.
I tried calling them again today and it just rang.
Let's see here, 50, what are we at, 502?
501,
500.
500, we've asked for the V-plow again, or a plow for the pickup truck at the fire station for medical calls. We're not interested in getting into plowing of roads or parking lots. We're interested in being able to get into someone's house when there's a snowstorm, without waiting for public works to get there.
How often has that happened now?
Anytime it snows and there's medical call. I don't know, I can't give you a specific number. Like
I guess.
You know, snowstorms, we get around 2 or 3 calls a snowstorm.
Okay.
We average, 4 to 7 calls a day. Sometimes snowstorms don't generate a lot of calls because people hide, but inevitably we do go out. And it actually doesn't have to be during a snowstorm, it could be for a couple days afterwards, because people just don't do their driveways. Snowbanks, we had a couple that we've already called Public Works on. We'll wait to get them out there so we can get into the driveway. But, so. And as you notice, there's quite a few dry hydrants that didn't get done this year, because we don't have a way to do it. We had been doing it with the plow we had before, and I had done it a few times. I did it a few times with my truck, but I haven't had the time to do it, so.
Okay, so this would be medical calls and dry hydrant.
What's that?
I just can't imagine why you haven't had,
Yeah, but well, when I found a rock on one of them, and I said, the heck with it after I found the rock on one of them. Ospey Hill Road, I hit the extension, I hit the little rock, and or it was that one, it was one of them, I hit one of them, I got a rock.
I have to show you that right there too.
Yeah, I found the rock. Yeah. And after that, I said, oh, enough for me. So that's what the plow's about.
Okay.
50, I guess we've killed 501 pretty good. 502, NFPA is going through another revision on the air pack standards. We're hoping to get a few more years with the revision on the standard. Our packs are needing to be replaced. We were hoping for another year or two, but they're 15 years old, which we knew was the expected life, but we were hoping. So our proposal is, based on this dollar, is for the packs. Obviously, we'll go out to bid and see what we get for bid pricing from MSA to Scott, but we do currently have Scott air packs today. And we've got packs on every truck required by NFPA and from the state for the engine and the air. And some trucks have 4, some trucks have, ambulances have 2 air packs, but every truck has an air pack. And several of them.
It says 5 to 7 year lease purchase for $40,000. That's a year, $40,000 a year.
Yeah, so we're hovers right around 200,000, the air packs.
And that's replacing every one of them.
All the frame hardware, correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we bought them all new in 2007. I'll get you the quote information, Laura, so you can put the number actually in that little note section too.
Okay.
But they've worked well, but technology has changed, and the standards have changed with NFPA, and it's one of the essential. If we had money or availability for grants, we'd certainly apply, and we have, but we haven't seen anything yet. All good so far?
Yep.
We've talked about the compactor.
Yeah.
Buildings. We got estimates for replacing the flooring. I think we talked about it briefly. The lobby and behind the service counter. The lobby and the hallway down to the door here, and also some of the offices. So Julie's office. The next office, GA assistant,
Nancy's?
No, well, Nancy's, yes, but where George
George's?
is. George's office. And there was a few others picked away in there, but, and put in carpet squares in there to try to reduce some of the noise in the environment isn't really conducive to doing much when there's people talking everywhere. It's because the noise travels throughout this whole building. As we can tell when this door's even closed.
So that's your estimate, 20,000?
Yeah, we got an estimate from Sanford Flooring. They came out and measured and gave us an estimate.
Okay.
It was actually just, we're within $500 or $600 less. But budget number to use that. Dave Lowe helped out with getting an estimate. We just got back to replace the countertops with a smooth or polished, like a granite or a rock top, so it's smooth. Our estimate, I plugged in 10,000 as a price, as a placeholder there. So $7,000 is what their price is. That's still several months away, so I think the 10,000 is probably a fair number. We probably could get by with 9, but we may have some modifications and tweaking to do. But that replaces all the customer service windows. And if you haven't seen the other ones out there, they look horrible.
Yes, I do.
They do.
They've been taped and everything else.
Well,
do.
when was this, this was 2001 for this building?
Yeah.
When was your fire station built?
2000, same time, right?
Yeah.
So 2001.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure really, and somebody else will correct me wrong, but I'm not sure there was has been a lot put into here
No.
since then.
Not since I've been here, in
The
16
sad
years.
part is, the price came in, and I don't know how many of you was here, 2001, but in 2000, the bids came in at 750 to $1 million a piece, and they kept cutting it and cutting it and cutting it. And so you get the cheapest of the cheapest to get the building, rather than waiting. They agreed to build a $500,000 building that should have been closer to 750 to $1 million.
Because there was supposed to be heated
And-
floors and,
And we got what we paid for, you know. That ain't what was on the specs, it was what they could afford.
And we need to really take, and Jason and I were chatting about it the other day, and we need to really do another spreadsheet. We do a lot of spreadsheets with these numbers, but we do another spreadsheet or another document that we can list out the infrastructure for the buildings that you've got. Because even last year, I think $35,000 was what was budgeted for capital last year in buildings. And I don't know, we're hoping, well, you and I, we're hoping we're gonna be on target this year to be able to do it for that, to just finally decide this, but that's pretty much all we've done for capital last year. And we did the station roof, but that created other additional issues we were talking about, you know, with snow removal and other problems, but there's a lot of infrastructure. We talk about actually I think the next one down talks about your overflow
Lighting.
building needs to be repaired. I'm assuming what, built early 80s, earlier than that?
No, yeah, that one was existing, so the one next to it, we built.
So it's been around for a while.
Oh, yeah, it's been here
It's
since
served
the
its
80s.
time, it just
Yeah.
needs to be
Every building that's down there to the transfer station, other than the ones that have been done in the last 5 to 7 years, was Willis Law, and he went out, cut a few logs from somewhere, and had them sawed out, and down he went, and him and Chester
It's just
put the building.
rough sawn pine, I mean. they're-
We have a Jersey barrier holding out,
Yeah,
holding
blowing
the
out.
corner from blowing out.
So that's pretty self-explanatory there, I guess.
Yep.
I left these two blank, and I didn't have a number to give you, but I really think just be thinking long-term here, but at
We gotta think about what we wanna do.
Public Works,
What's the lean-to roof?
well, so on the side, and that's just it for conversation really, but when you look at the Public Works garage, I'm assuming you guys have all been into the building. So when you look at to the left of it, they have equipment there, but, you know, to put a lean-to roof off from the side of the building for storage of equipment. You know, we're
Keep
talking
our
about,
truck and
Yeah,
trailer
equipment.
undercover, our $25,000 trailer that we just bought.
and that may, in all reality, depending on what you want to do long-term, but I went into the building this morning to take a picture to look at it with Jason. You know, you see in the cold storage, the old salt shed. That's what it was, right? The old
Yeah.
salt shed. And there's a fair number of holes in the roof. And so, but I think for long-term, you know, they can use it for cold storage, but they really can't expand over there. And if we're talking about equipment to maintain, and they can't get the wheeler into the other side, correct?
So our heated garage, we can get the wheeler in, but you can't do anything. So the whole point of getting the dump truck in is obviously probably to change a tire or something, and you can't lift it up because we don't have the height. Got a ceiling that comes down, gotta have 3 people watching, 1 guy backing, 2 guys watching on each side, because that's how tight it is. I mean, you have to be,
And if you only got 2 guys, you're kind of,
you're gonna have a hole somewhere.
I was thinking
They're gonna
that,
add a hole
somebody to
somehow.
say something.
I think long-term, you need to think about that, because it, you know, I think, was you and I were talking about metal building last week or a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
At some point, what are you gonna do?
I mean, if you guys wanna take a tour sometime, give me a call.
maybe like a 5-year plan or something, just to see.
Are you gonna be there tomorrow?
I am. What time?
How about I can be there like 11:30 because I gotta, dump opens at 12.
We get into it at 11.
Are you?
Right.
We're busy at 11.
Yeah.
You're busy at 11?
We have interviews tomorrow morning at 11.
You
Okay.
might have one at 11:30 too.
He can show you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show you around.
Unless you want me to make it later.
He can show you. He's got the code to get in.
So the insulation is to go,
So
Is
the
it-
insulation is,
I don't know how the building goes, is it like the Quonset hut that you
No,
just did?
no. That's
Okay.
it.
It's an A-frame
It's
building.
an A-frame
Oh,
building.
okay.
It's a Willis Lodge special,
But concrete, the problem is,
Poor Willis.
the problem is with the holes that are on the roof, it makes sense to have a different metal roof put on because even if you spray it, the water can come through.
Yeah.
Yes, spraying is probably a good idea, but I think you're probably
Metal-
25 grand.
I think it's
What's that?
tin.
is that aluminum or tin?
I think it's a tin one.
Is it tin?
Yeah, it's old.
It's old.
Those holes.
The
are
really, the
shaped
big
like rats.
question is what, how do we want to move forward?
Right.
And the walls have a lot of holes in them too. Where they fix it and the boards have shrunk or done their thing,
Yeah.
but you can see more daylight through the walls than you can, the way that you should.
We have more rodents.
So you don't have
The
to-
squirrels have a party in our garage. I mean, just,
So-
and I'm not lying.
I took a
You can
picture.
hit the ceiling with a piece of wood and you can see, hear them just going.
That's,
So
That's the,
realistically,
that's mouse piss.
That's the
on
weasels.
Ew, gross.
There's nothing but leaks. I got a garage door that if you roll up too far, it's gonna overroll because the bottom's rusted off.
Mouse piss.
We do have a new one
Yeah.
ordered,
We
but
got a new one ordered, that's coming, but
Can anything be added onto the salt shed?
no.
No way
probably
at
not
all.
under that building, no.
Because you've got $25,000 to be able to spend on that salt shed still, of the original $700,000. It cannot be spent anyplace else but on that salt shed.
And that can be for new, like new doors or services on doors and stuff like that, possibly.
When you come to spend it, it's gonna have to be voted so that you can spend it. But you've got $25,000 left of the original $700,000 for the salt
Why
shed.
would you have to vote on it if?
Why don't we
it's
just
already-
move it? Vote to have it
No, I
moved.
was gonna say, you can move it because you can just, I mean. in
It's
order
a
to-
designated fund balance.
I know, but when you go to town meeting, we'll go to vote, if you gotta vote to spend it, then you can vote to move it.
Right.
So, I mean, that could be,
I mean,
when,
so,
when ready, that could be your
But
your
is,
starting money for a public works garage.
can it,
Right.
because where the money was borrowed
That's what this is
for
going.
the salt shed?
that's what I was just gonna ask.
But you borrowed it based on a bond that's gonna be paid off next year, correct?
You bought it on originally spending 700,000 on the salt shed.
Right. But you took the X dollars for the bond,
It's
So
got
let's
three more payments.
so even if it was paid off,
I mean, 4, 7, 8, 9.
But it's still, I don't know how that.
I don't know. I would say that you could spend that 25,000, but do you want to, because in 2 or 3 years, it's gonna be paid off, and that's.
No, I just was
Yeah, well,
asking
no,
if,
but,
if I could empty all the material out of that at the end of winter, that would be great. 'Cause
Yeah.
the whole building needs to be re-sealed,
yeah,
you know, the foundation coatings and all that, but that's pretty hard to, I mean, you're taking a big gamble.
I was gonna say, you're
playing.
taking a hell of a gamble, but realistically, you could haul that sand in the spring, up and pile it outside, and not put it inside, and mix it as you went, so that you could do that.
I know,
Yeah, I mean, there's ways around that, so that you.
it just takes a lot of our valuable time
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna have to.
that we
do-
need to be on our roads
Yeah,
to do, I mean, that's gonna take a long time to load one truck,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I know what you're saying.
So,
The sand pile could be outside for a few months,
Yeah, that wouldn't
yeah,
bother.
and then you could,
Yep.
or even in the fall,
Yep,
because
Bring
it's
it
not
back in.
cold enough, yeah.
so
Do half
realistic,
of it 1 year, half the next.
realistically, can the town put money aside for a public works building and, let's say, plow trucks for the future? Start putting money away now because just in case this contract guy decides, I don't want to do it again, we're not screwed trying to find somebody else, and if we can't find anybody else, then we have to buy 5 or 6 trucks out of the blue.
You need 7 trucks to cover the town of Waterboro.
But you're talking about putting
Then
money
we-
into a designated capital fund.
We're talking about putting it into a designated capital fund so that eventually we can either slowly
some
start
money to buy a
taking,
truck.
slowly start taking the roads back, or if it comes to it where we can't find somebody to do it, we can take it over ourselves.
You need $1 million put aside to even step in and start the contract by yourself.
That's just the trucks.
Yeah,
It's just a truck.
It's not even a building.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
you
'cause
need
you
a
get
building.
reasons.
Right.
Mechanic
It's
too,
talking-
and the
But if we start putting money
And the
away
mechanic.
now, if we start putting money away now, then when it comes time, we're not hit with a $2 million bill. We've got, if we put $150,000 a year away, $150,000 away a year, and let's say it's 5 years down the road, you've got almost $1 million of that set
I
aside.
hear what you're saying, but yes.
Yeah, it all depends on how long we wanna run the way we're running.
They're in a shack right now, and I don't think you have, in 5 years, that you need to put some work into that building. It's not.
You don't need an elaborate building, but you need something.
But you've got a lot of equipment that's not being,
Not being
not inside, and to be able to
Yeah.
maintain it with having a place to put it in the, they can't wash anything in the winter months unless they go someplace else. We've offered
You
the
gotta wait
station more and
till
stuff, but
tomorrow.
it's a process. You know, it's a process for them, because you can't put it inside.
Does anyone know what the county is paying down there at the, where the old jail used to be for that new pathway garage that they just put
There
up?
there was 300,000 budgeted, but I don't know where whatever come out of that.
That building's not a bad concept, it's just, it's really shallow.
I was gonna say, it's
Yeah,
not,
it's too
It's
short.
it ain't big
Width-wise.
enough for what he needs, because you back a wheeler in, and a blade, you got 42 feet of,
End to end, with
Yeah.
a sander in it,
yeah,
something like that.
38 feet is a minimum, but you gotta be able to get the blade in and the truck in, and not at the heat head, so.
But thinking long-term, I mean, realistically, you should have a little break room with a bathroom in it, and a shower if you're, especially if you're thinking down the road for plowing
Well,
purposes.
if you're thinking plowing, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you want at least a kitchen there.
Yeah, I mean, but having an area
Guys
that you
can
can,
sleep in the trucks, I mean, we've done it a long time. You know, I used to work for the town of Standish, and that's where we slept, but they at least had a kitchen where you could go in and make something,
To eat.
cook something, they had a fridge, oven, all that, so. Can't have it all, but.
I think in time it's coming.
Well, I think it's coming.
You buy $5 million worth of trucks and you leave them outside for 365 days.
That's the whole thing, it's the whole ball of
Can't do
wax, you
that.
can't
You
do that.
gotta-
Without a
Yeah,
place
they
to
gotta
work
be
on.
washed.
Well, and that's the
gotta be
thing,
washed
they gotta be
every-
used too.
Yeah.
If, you know, these trucks don't get used and the rust sets in and it's,
That's the worst thing you can do.
and honestly, that's why we're using the old one ton. Because if we don't use it, not gonna be good.